All right, let's start. Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We are really happy to have all of you here for this training session, and welcome to the free sharing of today here, talking about sustainability as a driver of business advantage. And this is Alicia talking to you, and I am the moderator for today, and also one of the ISO 14064 GHG reporting lead, verifier of Eco Sustainability Group. Together with me, speaker of the day, Geraldine Velasco. She's not just one of the ISO 14064 lead verifiers, she's also the co-author in SASB standards contribution and also lead trainer in Eco Sustainability. So a bit about us. We help companies to kickstart their transformation journey towards sustainability. So we headquartered in Singapore with teams across Cambodia, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. So you will meet them in the upcoming sessions of our bi-weekly free talks as well. So for the participants here today, I appreciate you can type in the chat where you're coming from, which industry are you in, so that we can get a bit of background understanding on your background. Great, great. Say hi to everybody here. Awesome. All right. Our main service is in eco sustainability is sustainability reporting using standards such as the ISSB, SASB, ISO 14064, ISO 14068 on carbon neutrality, and also 14067 on product carbon footprint. So we have expertise for a total of 16 standards, including assurance. So other than that, we do consulting, carbon credit projects, trainings, and we are very proud that we have a policy arm called Climate Policy Lab, where we do our standards contribution work. So what does it mean? What does standards contribution mean? So there are these global standard setters, like what you can see on the screen, ISSB, SASB, GHG Protocol, SBTI, and Vera. These are the global standard setter. So, and then there are these standard users, like the preparers, like the trainers, like the auditors, regulators, and these data companies. So, but there is this unique bunch of people who are in between the standard setters and also standard users. They are called standards contributor. So that's us lah in eco sustainability. So we provide technical commentaries to the standard setters in order to continuously develop the standards via the exposure draft and also technical consultations. So when you come to our trainings, so you're not just learning from the people who merely the users of the standards. So we are not the regular trainers, but we are also the trainers who actively develop the standards. All right. So before we start, just a few quick housekeeping notes. So this session will be recorded for internal training and improvement purposes. And also please keep your mic on mute to minimize the background noise. If you've got any question, drop it in the chat. Our team will respond or we will cover it during the Q&A session. And remember, there is no such thing as silly questions. This is a safe space where we learn with one another. So feel free to share with us your industry specific situation so that we can take note on this and improve our content as well. All right. So without further ado, over to you, Geraldine.
Thank you, Alicia. Morning, everyone. My name is Geraldine. I am a consultant at Eco Sustainability. I shall take about 20 minutes of your time to talk about sustainability as a driver of business advantage. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them at the end of the presentation.
Awesome.
At the end of the presentation, I hope you have learned how sustainability can go beyond compliance, becoming a strategic advantage that drives innovation, strengthens brand reputation, and creates long-term business value. For this morning, I will talk about sustainability beyond compliance, sustainability in business, sustainability as a driver of business advantage, driving sustainability in business, and a case study, which is that of Discover Coffee. To meet increasing demands on sustainability reporting, companies must demonstrate greater transparency and accountability and incorporate sustainability into their business strategy, moving them beyond compliance. Incorporating sustainability into the company's business strategy is no longer an option, but a necessity for a company's long-term growth. Companies which do not risk falling behind. Sustainability is shaping the way companies operate and compete, aligning their core operations with an increasingly sustainability-conscious world. Sustainability in business refers to the impacts of companies on society and the environment, and a sustainable business strategy positively impacts one or both. However, according to Harvard Business School professor Rebecca Henderson, businesses cannot do good in the world if they are not doing well financially. So, doing good and doing well are closely connected, and successful business strategies do both. So, it has to be both. Companies that incorporate sustainability into their business strategies not only address the world's most pressing problems, as you can see here, but also drive value creation and long-term growth. So, how does sustainability drive business advantage? Incorporating sustainability into the company's business strategy can prevent operational disruptions as it helps the company anticipate and manage risks. A company with a sustainable supply chain is less likely to be affected by resource availability and or price fluctuations, while a company conducting improper business practices could see its reputation damaged and may even lose business because of it. As investors are increasingly prioritizing long-term value over short-term gains, purpose-driven companies now appear to be good investments more than ever. Transparency in a company's sustainable practices has become non-negotiable for investors. It's really important. According to the 2024 Connected Impact Transparency Index, companies that align sustainability disclosures with action build trust and attract more capital. Transparency and purposeful action make a company stand out and build trust with stakeholders, which is invaluable in today's marketplace. Sustainability is more than doing the right thing. It is a way to differentiate and enhance a brand. Sustainable companies attract motivated, skilled workforce that drives financial success. Being sustainable gives employees a sense of security and inspires loyalty and engagement, thereby increasing productivity. A company that is not sustainable can cause it to lose out on top talent to competitors who are. 2025 World Economic Forum report emphasizes that to meet evolving consumer and regulatory demands, companies are using sustainability to drive growth and innovation. It's forcing companies to be innovative, thus creating new markets and revenue streams. Also, a company that improves supply chain processes, reduces material waste, optimizes transportation, and practices energy efficiency significantly reduces costs. There is a growing market for sustainable products with the millennials and with the Gen Z. The 2024 Connected Impact Transparency Index reveals that 64% of consumers are likely to buy from responsible brands to minimize their environmental and social impacts. Businesses that cater to this market can command premium pricing and grow faster. A company that incorporates sustainability into their operations not only mitigate risks, but weather disruptions better and is able to capitalize on new opportunities in an evolving marketplace. Sustainability enhances brand, as I've mentioned a while ago, which in turn builds long-term value. The 2025 Brand Finance Global 500 of the top 500 brands in the world, the report highlights how brands that invest in sustainable practices attract loyal customers and earn investor confidence. As consumers, investors, and governments demand for sustainability set to increase due to the millennials and Gen Z, incorporating sustainability into a company's business strategy is vital for a company to remain relevant in the coming years. Driving sustainability in a company has challenges. Of course it does, including lack of commitment from the board, little accountability, sustainability teams having no authority to implement initiatives, and skill gaps. Driving sustainability in a company requires transformation of every area of their business. And to stay competitive, a company must continuously improve its data management, risk assessments, and sustainability. Sustainability reporting aids a company incorporate sustainability into the financial decision making to build a resilient and sustainable business. So, what is sustainability reporting? It is the public disclosure of a company's impacts, risks, and opportunities to help stakeholders make informed decisions based on the company's sustainability and long-term value. There is a study by the Bank of America Global Research. They found out that sustainability information was the only reliable predictor of earnings per share volatility, better than traditional measures such as return on equity. Companies which perform better in terms of sustainability experience the lowest EPS volatility in a 5-year period, while those with the worst environmental, social, and governance records had an average of 92% volatility. Empirical research from the University of Oxford found that 90% of the studies of cost of capital show that sound sustainability standards lower the cost of capital for companies because there are various frameworks and standards for sustainability reporting. The International Sustainability Standards Board, or ISSB, was created under the International Financial Reporting Standards IFRS Foundation at COP26 to bring the same discipline to sustainability reporting that IFRS brings to financial reporting. ISSB published its first standards, the IFRS S1 and S2, in June 2023. So this is all fairly recent. The first global standards for investor-focused sustainability reporting. Now let's take a look at Discover Coffee. Discover Coffee is an artisanal coffee roaster based in Kuala Lumpur. Discover Coffee's founder, Sylvia, is one of the very few coffee bean suppliers who personally visit the coffee farms. Discover Coffee prepared their first sustainability report in 2023, which was verified by EcoSustainability. So EcoSustainability has worked with Discover Coffee. Discover Coffee's founder leads the integration of sustainability into the company's operations. A sustainability officer had been appointed to drive sustainability in the company. As part of their strategy, Discover Coffee sources coffee from sustainable farms, uses green packaging, and conducts regenerative farming for education for suppliers. Well, it's common knowledge that coffee is one of the crops most impacted by climate change. Rising temperatures and erratic rainfall threaten yield and quality. To mitigate risks and prevent operational disruptions, Discover Coffee has decided to source their coffee from sustainable farms. Discover Coffee aims to reduce 30% of their emissions by 2026, that's this year, and to be carbon neutral by 2035. So Discover Coffee has improved their financial position, financial performance, and prospects. Discover Coffee sources their coffee from sustainable sources, preventing operational disruptions, and also while priced slightly higher than their competitors, Discover Coffee's customers are willing to pay higher prices based on perceived value due to ethical sourcing, quality, and transparency. And due to their green packaging, Discover Coffee reduced plastic waste. So this is how this contributed to Discover Coffee's success by incorporating sustainability into their business strategy and by preparing a sustainability report, which leads in their incorporation of sustainability in the financial decision making. Here's the list of the references I used. And thank you. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Yes, yes, it's time to open the floor. So, any questions or maybe one key takeaway that you would like to share before we wrap up? So, Geraldine, I would like to discuss with you on this one. So, while we were preparing like all these free talks, right? We actually approach all our clients and we ask them, hey, do you mind if we shared your case study with our participants? Actually, not many willing to share it with us, right? And so then we have decided a group those that were not willing to share, then we will actually share it internally during our paid trainings. So we were like blanked and covered the name so that we have a real case studies for our participants to learn from what is happening real case in the world here. And thankfully Discover Coffee, thank you very much for finding Discover Coffee and get them say yes that we can reveal their name to our participants so that they get to see, hey, actually it's not something that people won't do because they need to pay money to do it. Actually, people are willing to invest in all this like sustainability reporting, pay money to attend trainings to see what they can do as a business owner and how they can contribute to their own business and also to Malaysia and also to the world. So today's session, thank you very much, Geraldine, that you have shared what is the importance of us joining this path to sustainability. So I can see in the hall there are people from different companies. Some is our own network as well. So if you have any question, feel free to type in the chat. And coming up, we have one training on the 31st of January. So that training is very practical. We will collect all the information and feedbacks from our audience and participants so that we can prepare our content in advance so that the content is will be more relevant to you. There are so many industries participants and also our friends came to us and asked us, hey, in our industry, the case is a bit different, but I don't get to see, I can't find any information online and I need someone to get advice from. So we get this very often. So appreciate you can, if you're very shy to type in the chat box, appreciate you can approach our consultant and share with us your concern here. So coming up next, what do we have here is that, let us see. Okay. So looking at it, there is no question in the chat. So moving forward, now let's have everybody to scan this eco-sustainability WhatsApp community. So like if you would like to receive these latest updates on sustainability matters in especially Southeast Asia, please remember to check all the messages in the communities. So sometimes we'll just throw out some surprises for everybody in the community one. So which will be sharing one good deal with you right after this slide. So stay tuned. So let's take a look at this one here. So as we have prepared all this useful content for free, right? So we have even more to share with you in our upcoming full day paid training in January. So which is this month. So what are we offering are the contents that we have spent thousands of hours to prepare and refine for all of you who trust us. So in this training, so what will you get to experience and learn? Number one, practical application simulation. So we not talked about the theory by we don't just talk, we add real practical application simulation for you. And real case scenario discussion, we will share industry real case scenario insights. And also before the training, we will also send out questions air for participants to collect some critical concerns in your companies or the industry. And also reality challenges in Southeast Asia, some common misunderstandings, risks and opportunities, and also our community group latest updates. So, as a full suite of sustainability training, It actually valued at Singapore dollar 50,000 Singapore dollar. So it's exclusively available to our registered members only. So this 50K Singapore dollar package is the entire A to Z training modules which cover sustainability reporting, GHG, coaching, mentorship, assurance, and etc. So like for example, your company need a hand-to-hand babysitting guidance. This is the whole package. So if you're interested in building a dedicated sustainability team for your country or your company, please approach us. We can tailor the full package for you. But for a powerful introduction to join our one-day intensive program on the 31st January, so we will share a carefully selected content from this whole premium package, and the standard rate is just 250 per person. However, the early bird is already ended, but we have a special live event flash offer to thank all of you who joined our live event. And this exclusive buy one free one deal is just 250 Singapore dollar. So how it works? You scan the QR code to register, and we will send you the payment detail. Complete your payment within 24 hours to lock this offer. And after you lock this offer, you pay within 24 hours, you get to bring one more friend along for free. So it's our buy one free one deal here. So screenshot this page, and this flash deal is only for today and strictly limited to first 8 people only, because we run multiple sessions. We don't have so many quota for everybody. So 8 people only, 8 people only. First come, first serve. So the countdown starts now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you everybody who registered. So let me share with you, we have completed a few free sessions on Zoom. So don't worry if you have missed out any, do not worry, as we will repeat all this content over and over again throughout this year. So upcoming, we have more free talks for every one of you here and also your friends. Some content might be longer, some content might be shorter. And the next one will be on 26th January, which is on Sustainability Reporting 101. So just now, Geraldine already touched a little bit on what is a sustainability reporting, but that's not all. So the sustainability reporting is tough, So remember to mark your calendar on 26th of January. And it will continue throughout the year, even after our 31st of January full day paid training here. And so that's all about it for today. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we will see you in the next session. But before you go, please remember to follow us on LinkedIn or WhatsApp group for any updates or event or news. So for Eco Sustainability Crew, please stay back for a short meeting. Thank you.